Okay, so this video was supposed to be a presentation on a Wednesday training for technology, one-to-one technology in the classroom, right? How to use that. But because it's about making videos, I thought I would make a video and show you how it could be used and why it's powerful in the classrooms on the computers, right? So where did the idea come from? It comes from this website, the Khan Academy. You can Google it, right, and find it. It was started, this organization was started by the financial analyst in New York City, USA, by the name of Sal Khan, right? He was a banker, but his family asked him to tutor some of his nieces and nephews. He lived in New York City, right? All the way, if this was a map of New York would be over here. And his cousins lived in the New Orleans area, right? So they're a long ways away from each other. How does he tutor his nieces and nephews in math? So his idea was to make videos and to put them up on YouTube, right? So he took these videos, oops, didn't mean to move that. He made these videos, put them up on YouTube so that his nieces and nephews could watch them anytime they wanted, right? And he could tutor them on math. But what he came to find out was that other people were watching the videos, right? Students were watching the videos and they said, this is great, right? I can watch this video at my own pace and I can go back over it if I need to. Then he found out schools were using it in their classrooms, and they said, you know, this is great because it's self-paced for the students, or if they miss a day, right, they could assign a video and go back and make up work, right? So he came up with the idea, he said, why don't I start this organization that this is their focus, to make these videos, to use technology in the classroom, and he's been funded now by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. He's got $1 million grant from them to develop this idea of using these videos. Okay? But as one of our illustrious alumni at this school would say, basically his website, for math at least, it's all in there, right? He's got everything that these kids need to succeed. Okay? But how can you use these videos in your classroom? I think that there's a couple ways that we can use these videos for kids, right? Number one, right? We could take these videos, put them on YouTube, right? And you turn the classroom on its head. The traditional structure of a class is that the teacher lectures, the kids take notes, then you give the work to the kids and you say, okay, go home and practice, right? But you can turn that 180 degrees around. You could put the format, the content of a lecture into a video, assign it for homework. The students go home and watch this video on YouTube, right? They take notes, they come into your class, right? And then they practice in class. So that way you get to monitor their practice and you get to say, okay, no, here's how you could do it better. Or you could say, we could make this this video into, instead of a video about comparing and contrasting, you could make it a video about what is the cause of World War II, right? And so it's content, right? It's subject specific. And then the kids have to come in ready for a discussion in class, right? It allows then in class more discussion time rather than wasting it on taking notes, right? That's one idea. Another idea would be to use the videos in class, right? So you tell your students, okay, they come in and you say, here's what we're doing today. You need to go to my website and I've provided a link to this video on YouTube. I want you to put your headphones on. They watch the video, and then when you're done watching the video and you understand the content of the video, there is a worksheet up at the front. Get the worksheet and you're going to practice whatever the assignment is. Right? Why is this good? Because it allows the kids to pace themselves, right? So everybody's watched a video on YouTube. You know that you can control the speed of the video. You can rewind. You can go back over it, right? So if a kid said, I don't understand what you're saying on this screen, they could rewind it and go back over it once, twice, 3 times if they need to, right? They could watch the video as many times as they need to. If a kid understands it the first time, all they have to do is watch the video through once, then they go get the work and they go and start working. The kids that need to watch it more than once get to watch it as many times as they need to, right? How many times are you going to repeat a lecture in class? You don't, right? So a kid that didn't get it the first time is lost from now on, right? And he's going to try and find a way to get that information maybe, or he's just going to be lost, right? But this way they get to repeat it as many times as they need it. Also, it allows you to identify kids, right? So if you see a kid going over and over and over and over, you say, okay, I see that that student needs help, and you can sit down with them and ask them, okay, what is it about the content that you don't understand? What do you need help on, right? So it allows you to focus on certain students, right? So the 2 ways. Number 1, you could assign the videos as homework to allow you more time in class on practice, monitoring practice, or discussions. Assign the videos in class, and then it allows the kids to self-pace the lecture, and then go back. You can identify kids if they need more help. Last thing I'm going to say, how it could be powerful, right? If you go back, let me erase this real quick. If you go back and look at the Khan Academy website, this is just a sample of some of the videos that they have. But this is an idea. I looked at this and I said, this is great for math, but what is he missing? And he's missing a lot of things. He doesn't have English. He doesn't have very much humanities. He has a little bit of science, but not a lot, right? He could expand this so much more, and it would be so much more powerful, right? So this is what we need to do for our students, right? But we need to make it more specific to the needs of our students, right? So what I would love to do is make a study skills bank of information, right? So instead of making a list of ideas for math, it would be study skills ideas in a bank of these videos that our kids could go back at any time at home, in class, if they didn't understand a task that you wanted them to do, right? So instead of math skills, what we could do is we could make a website with all these videos, list a link to all these videos, and you would say a video on main ideas, right? How do you find a main idea in a text, right? What are the skills that you use to find the main idea in a text? Summarizing. How do you make a summary, right? How do you identify websites? What is a good website? So information technology, information literacy, right? We talk about information literacy, excuse me. But how much do we teach the kids? How do you identify good websites? Right? Any number. So all these different lists of different skills that the kids would need, right? So that when you assign something, so for example, you say, I want you to read this text over for homework, and then come back and write a sentence about the main idea. And every time, every teacher has had this, all the students shake their head yes, but you know that some of the kids in class don't understand how to find the main idea. You could point those kids to this study skills bank of information that we've created. They watch the video and then they can do it, right? Or if they did not feel comfortable, right, they could go and say, well, I don't know how to do this. They could first, before they ask you how to do it, they go to this bank of information that we've created, right? I think that could be very powerful. Last thing, there is a document attached to it, to this video that I've given you, right? And if you want more examples of different videos, you could either go to the Khan Academy videos, or I've given 2 links of other videos that I've also created, right? Also on the document, I give the pros and cons, right? Of course, there's negatives to this. It takes time, right? It takes time to learn how to make the video. It takes time to prepare the video. But in the end, right, you're going to have this video. It's saved, and you can use it over and over and over again. All right? How do you make them? I give you a list of information of different things you're going to need. Right? You're going to need some type of screen capturing device, right? How do you make the video? We all have QuickTime video on our computers, so that's taken care of. You need a way to be able to write on your computer, right? Like I'm doing right now. We all have this Promethean on our Macs, so that's not a problem, right? The one thing that we might need is a tablet like this. I use a Bamboo tablet to write. And we might need the school to make some of these, or to buy some of these for us, right? But that's the basics of what you need to make it, right? So I've given you some ideas on how this can be used, how to make it, right? And where we should be taking this into the future for our school. If you have any questions, if you are interested in making one of these videos, I would be more than happy to sit down with people and show you how you can do it. But it's very easy. Thank you.